Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the channel. It's your boy, World of Wrestling, here today to discuss about the WWE Monday Night Raw, December 2nd, 2024 review from last night. Very enjoyable show. A lot of things occurred last night. A lot of stories took place. Very enjoyable stuff. There was an angle with Jey Uso being attacked by Drew McIntyre, but we didn't know that until the end of the show. And we had Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn as the main event. Good story that was being told between the two of them. Great stuff, actually. The New Day's 10-year anniversary was a spectacular promo that I did not see ending up being the way it did. They had Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods actually become heels together. They did not break up. They just want nothing to do with Big E. And Big E came out and he was really upset that the fact that they're falling apart and they're not the same that they once were. They're fighting with each other and just hurting each other verbally and everything else in between. This led to Kofi Kingston pretty much coming out and saying, he actually, let me stop there for a minute. Big E actually mentions that he wants to be their manager from here on out until he's approved to wrestle again in the ring. And Kofi comes out and says, you now are showing up to go ahead and want to be involved in our tag team while you've been watching us fall apart? To be quite frank with you, you've been the weakest link of the whole bunch, honestly. That shocked the hell out of me. But it makes sense because he didn't have to have surgery. He didn't have to wrestle in order to be involved with the New Day. He just pretty much could have been a manager, which is what he's saying he wants to be now. And they pretty much was confused by the whole thing. He's just randomly coming out just because they're having a bad time getting along with one another. And they're down in the dumps. And they pretty much said, didn't Stone Cold Steve Austin, Edge, all these other big name superstars come back from injuries like yours and still wrestle or at least be on television? Your ass has been gone for 2 years now. And you have not said a single word until now. And now all of a sudden care about us. They pretty much did not like the whole thing, turned him down, and pretty much shit in his face and told him this is over. And that was pretty much the whole segment. I thought it was great. I thought it was good stuff. And yeah, I think I honestly think that the New Day took a big turn. I don't know if we can still say that Xavier Woods is going to end up being on his own, but we definitely have a different type of New Day. And it's not the same New Day we were used to. It's more of a serious tone type of gimmick. And it's definitely different and darker. So, kind of like it. Pretty good. We also had Dakota Kai win in the first triple threat match for the women's, determining for the women's Intercontinental Championship. She defeated Conta Chance. Shayna Baszler was in this match, but she was not one of the victims to take the L. Dakota Kai ends up winning the match, going away victorious in this. So, kudos to her. And, yeah. Oh, yeah, CM Punk made his appearance as the first thing on the show. And Punk pretty much stated that he was interested in, his vision was to focus on going to WrestleMania and headlining WrestleMania. That's pretty much his overall goal here at this point. Nothing else. Seth Rollins comes out, interrupts him, and says, you know, I really regret not punching you in the fucking face the first time I saw you. But I did. Then the second time I saw you, I should have punched you in the face then. But I didn't, because I had remorse and I felt bad that you were injured and you were down and out and you were in no shape to even do anything to defend yourself. But I still should have hit you in the face. His attitude was, you went ahead, you come in here, and then you back up the worst dude in the whole world, Roman Reigns, acting and helping Roman Reigns. And he just finds him to be a sly, disgusting snake that's pretending to be something that he's not. He also mentions about just basically how he's so fed up of him, in a sense. They end up brawling, fighting with each other. Jey Uso and Sami Zayn break the two apart along with other security. And they pretty much have Sami Zayn tell him, enough is enough, we gotta stop doing this, what are you doing? And he said, how could you team with this dude? How could you guys even team with him? And he said, because there was nobody else. It's not like I wanted to team with him in the first place. I wanted you to team with us. And I've asked you twice, leading up to the pay-per-view, to join our team. And you refused because you didn't want to work with Roman Reigns. Okay, fine. So what else did I have to choose but this? His attitude was, I didn't really want to work with Punk, but Punk did his end of the bargain, and he honored what he said he was going to do, and he helped us beat the Bloodline. And that's what our end game was, to win. So, Seth Rollins pretty much said, I can understand Jey Uso, though, going in there and teaming with Roman Reigns. He's family. That's his excuse. What's yours? You're not family. And the fans went, whoa. They were pretty shocked by the comment. And one thing led to the other, and they ended up having a match, and they wrestled. That was the main event of the show. Pete Dunne faced R-Truth. Pete Dunne actually lost to R-Truth to the distraction of the fans. Very, very weird that Pete Dunne lost to R-Truth of all people. What else happened on this show? Gunther faced Dominic Mysterio. We eventually got word that Finn Balor will be challenging for the World Championship. Finn Balor saw Adam Pearce backstage in the show and said, hey, you know, I've gone ahead. I've been waiting all this time. I want my shot for the world title against Gunther. Adam Pearce said, you know what? I wouldn't grant you this, but Gunther wants you too. So I'm going to make it Gunther versus Finn Balor world title at Saturday night's main event on December 14th. I figured we're going to get a interference by Damian Priest for that match. Turn this match into a triple threat for the Royal Rumble for the world title. Gunther's going to walk out still victorious. And then we're going to lead into WrestleMania with these two wrestling each other at WrestleMania itself. And that's where I think this story is going to end between those two. So that's just the way I see the direction going on that. We had Karrion Kross discussing about the whole situation that happened last week with Nikki Cross attacking Scarlett Bordeaux. And he wasn't too happy with that, and he wants revenge for what happened to his wife. Very understandable anyway. Let's see what else happened on the show. I'm just basically going off of memory. But yeah, this show is fucking solid as a rock, man. Very good stuff. They were hitting on all cylinders. Great content for Monday Night Raw. This was a very, very good show. These episodes that were leading up to Survivor Series was just, they're kind of walking through quicksand. They weren't really trying to try too hard. They were basically coasting throughout most of the build towards Survivor Series. And the night after, they stepped the foot on the gas pedal, man. I mean, like, they really are keen on trying to make the best content possible for the fans. And I think that's because we're getting into the WrestleMania season. They want to keep people intrigued and interested in this build going into WrestleMania. And they got 4 months to build this WrestleMania card up and make it intriguing while also booking these shows for the other pay-per-views leading up to the WrestleMania. But through these pay-per-views, there are going to be build-ups and storylines developed going into WrestleMania. So it's very important that they do what they can to intrigue people for WrestleMania and make this the best WrestleMania possible, especially with this being in Las Vegas. Too bad WrestleMania 40 wasn't in Las Vegas last year, simply because of the fact that it was really the 40th year of WrestleMania, and being in Las Vegas in that big ass stadium probably was more important than fucking MetLife Stadium, which they've been at a billion times for WrestleManias. So yeah, I kind of think that this is going to be very important, and just something that they absolutely have to do to keep us intrigued and develop these storylines to make them very important going into WrestleMania. And I think that's a very important thing that they do. So, yeah. But yeah, I think this was a good show. I don't think this was bad by any means whatsoever. And yeah, I'm looking forward to other things taking place. I hope SmackDown is as good as Raw was from last night. But yeah, I enjoyed this show a lot. I mean, I may not sound like it because I'm just tired as fuck right now, but this was fucking fantastic. And I'm happy that they delivered such a good show for us to watch. Probably the best Raw we've seen in a long time. Probably the best Raw of this year, more importantly. That story that was told between the New Day and fucking... Oh yeah, Gunther beat Dominic Mysterio last night too. Forgot to mention that. That was another match that took place. Pure domination, honestly. But yeah, Drew McIntyre appeared at the end of the show, attacked both Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn. Pretty much that's the guy that did the damage to Jey Uso backstage and so forth. So, again, like I said, this was a very well done, put together pay-per-view episode of Monday Night Raw. And I think that they did the best job they've done in a very, very long time. So kudos to WWE and their creative team conducting a good show for us to enjoy for 2 hours. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I have to say at this time. So you know what to do. Go ahead, hit the like button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And, of course, leave a comment down below. I'll definitely get back to you on that. Thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great night, guys. Bye.